评你的人是你的配偶，或者是你的孩子，或者是你的同事，或者甚至是教会的教会的会友。
Verse 9 says, "Do not repay evil with evil, or insult with insult, but with blessing, because to this you were called, so that you may inherit a blessing."
不要在第9节这里，他讲说，不要以恶报恶，以辱骂还辱骂，而要祝福，因为你们是为此蒙召，好叫你们能够承受福气。
We are called to respond when somebody does something evil with, instead of trying to fight back against them, in turn give them a blessing.
就是当人家对你坏的时候，你能够以善来报答，来报这个恶。
We have a higher calling.
这是神给我们的一个很高的期待。
There was a house burning in one of the little towns in Illinois.
在印尼诺州有一个小的城镇，有一次有一个房子失火了。
The firemen saw that 2 houses were beside each other. The other one was burned, and they found a man whose whole hand was burned, and they asked him, "What happened?"
他那次火灾是两个房子连在一起的这种房子，那这个被烧的这一边有一个人的一边的手背就烧伤了。那有人就问他说，这是怎么一回事？
The man said in a soft voice, "This is what happened."
这个人就告诉那个问的人说，我告诉你怎么所发生的，很细声的讲。
My neighbor hated me so much that he burned my house.
我的邻居仇恨我，所以他就把我的房子烧掉。
The fire was big, but I was able to turn it off. But the wind was so strong that the fire went to his house.
他说我的邻居仇恨我，所以就开始放火，要准备烧我的房子。没有想到风向却吹错了，吹到他那边去，很强的风就吹向他那边，结果就烧掉了他那边的房子。
My hand got burned because I tried to save his house from being burned.
我的手烧伤了，就是因为我要去要去救火，就被烧伤了。
Somebody was trying to burn his house, and yet he was trying to save that neighbor's house. The one that was trying to burn his house,
你看看这个人，邻居想要烧掉他的房子，他却因为他的邻居的房子着火了，他却有那个心志要去救这个火。
brothers and sisters, humanly that's impossible.
这个在人的本性上，好像是很难做到。
Humanists would say we have a good human spirit.
我们常常说我们的人性是善的。
The Bible says everyone is sinful and everyone is evil and need the grace of God.
但是圣经却告诉我们说，人性并不是善，人都犯了罪，亏欠了神的荣耀，造作我们的本性 要被丢在那个死亡的火炉里。
Brothers and sisters, return blessing for evil is not natural for us. It's supernatural. You need God to help you to act that way.
以善报恶，在人的本性上实在做不到，你一定要靠着神的恩典，效法耶稣基督的榜样，你才能够做到。
What I'm trying to convince you is that to live a harmonious life with others, you need the power of God. You need the strength of God. It is only God's love that can constrain you to act that way.
你要跟别人相处，能够有个和睦的一个生活，实在是靠着自己的力量几乎是不可能。你要能够以善报恶，你假如没有靠着耶稣基督在你身上加给你的力量，我相信你做不到。
Because Peter says, because this is you were called so that you may inherit a blessing. And that blessing is only for you because of God's grace.
但是彼得在这里却告诉我们说，你要不要以恶报恶，不能够以辱骂还辱骂，要反过来要祝福，因为你们是为慈蒙召，好叫你们能够承受更多的福气。
George Washington was the president during that time. That was years ago, obviously.
华盛顿当总统的时候，
There was a pastor. There's George Washington, there's a pastor.
另外有一个牧师，
And there's what we call an annoying member of the church.
还有一个就是一个常挑拨是非的一个在教会里面的一个会友。
Besides being an annoying member of the church, he's an annoying citizen of the United States of America.
他不只是常常抱怨教会，他也常常抱怨这个政府的措施。
And even more than that, he was an annoyance to George Washington.
他不止这样，他还对华盛顿总统有很多的意见，很多的批评。
He actually stirred up trouble so that people would conspire against President Washington.
他常常都会推动来制造麻烦，让人们去恨这个华国。
You probably have seen some of those people who can annoy you every day, every single minute, every single second.
你可能在你的旁边你也有这样的经历，有这样的挑拨是非常常要抱怨的人。
George Washington said, "This guy is an annoyance. He instilled rebellion against our country. We have to put him in prison."
华盛顿总统就说，这个人是这样的喜欢挑拨是非，制造混乱，我们应该把他下到监狱里面去。
And we should put him in prison forever. And in fact, he was inciting rebellion, so we charge him with treason.
我们应该把他放到监狱里面，而且是一个无期徒刑，因为他是这样的来帮助我们的敌人来诽谤这个国家。
So this pastor heard about his annoying member that was in prison.
所以这个牧师是得到消息，知道这个常常批评教会的这个人已经被下在监狱里面去。
Pastors were poor during that time. Pastors were poor during those times. Poor.
没有钱。
没有钱。
哦， 这个牧师当时是一个穷牧师，
So he had to walk 70 miles to the office of George Washington.
这个牧师要走7英里的路去到这个华盛顿的办公室，
to plead for this annoying member of the church.
去为这个常常批评教会的这个会友来说好话。
George Washington asked this pastor, "Why are you trying to save this annoying man?"
华盛顿总统问他说：“你为什么要救这个这么啰嗦的、这么挑拨是非的人？”
Because I see the potential of grace in his life.
因为这个牧师告诉他说，我看到他有神对他有丰富的恩典在他身上。
And Washington was touched. He traveled 70 miles, walk, and see a man willing to see the potential of this annoying man, annoying person to the church, to every citizen, and to his country.
总统跟他讲的时候，总统看到他走了70英里的路，就会说那个常常抱怨教会、常常抱怨政府的人来替他讲好话，来看到那个人有一个好的将来。
Because of the act of courage that this pastor did, this man changed and become one of the leaders of this country.
这个人被下在监狱的人，因为这个牧师这样的勇气，为他所做的事情，到华盛顿总统那里去请求赦免。这个人后来就成为国家的一个领袖。
Part of the story was true, part of them was made up.
这个故事有些是我创造出来的。
But the point that I want to make is that you were that annoying person, and you were the potential that God saw God's grace. Brothers and sisters, do you realize that God saw a potential in you?
你相信不相信？虽然你常常会抱怨，你常常会说一些不该说的话，但是神仍然爱你，神看到你所储存的能量，他愿意你能够为他来服侍。
And what that is what we call redemptive love.
这就是我们看到的神极大的爱。
That redemptive love caused a blessing in your life, and therefore now, that redemptive love you should share with someone else, so that you can be a blessing to someone today.
神给你这样救赎的极大的爱，你也应该用这样的爱去爱需要的人，让他们也能够因为你的爱而跟神和好。
The Romans were not kind to the Jews.
罗马对犹太人来讲的话，并不良善，他们相当的残酷。
The brothers of Joseph was not kind to Joseph.
约瑟的弟兄对他的那个小弟弟，也不是这么的友善。
The Pharisees and the Jews were not kind to Jesus. They crucified him.
法利赛人、犹太人对耶稣也不是那么的友善，他们甚至把他钉在十字架上面去。
But the story of salvation was the story of sin turned into blessing. The story of death translated into grace and blessing for you and me.
耶稣基督所受的死亡，却拯救了我们，让我们能够从他的宝血里面得到拯救。
So therefore, by God's grace, we can live in harmony with one another, be sympathetic, love as brothers, be compassionate, humble, and do not repay evil with evil.
因为神的爱，让我们能够同心合一的彼此体恤相爱，好像弟兄一样，而且能够用慈善、慈怜的心互相来服侍，也能够让我们每个人都能够有个谦卑的心，然后我们要能够以善报恶，来像耶稣基督一样。
Let's pray.
我们一起来做个祷告。
Our Heavenly Father,
我们在天上的父神，
thank you for your word.
谢谢你的话语，
Thank you for teaching us how to love others.
谢谢你教导我们怎样来能够爱其他的人。
Thank you that you love me,
谢谢你，因为你爱我，
so that I can love others the same way that you love me.
因为你的爱，我也愿意效法你，将你的爱给别人。
In Jesus' name we pray.
我们这样祷告，是奉耶稣基督的名。
Amen.